Hi guys, come with me to Maui. As you can see, your girl is just all happy and heading to the terminal. And this leads me to my number one advice. Guys, make sure you're in the airport early, especially if you have a child or kids, because you don't want to have the kind of chaotic day that I had. It was crazy. At some point, I didn't even have shoes because I was running like a mad lady, and you don't want that to be you. So come early. As you can see, your girl is just cruising, just enjoying the scenery and taking it all in, and just super excited to be on my way to Maui. And once we landed, we got ourselves a car. Make sure to reserve beforehand. We reserved this one, but that wasn't the one we ended up using because the back mirrors were tinted and wanted our son to be able to look out and enjoy all the views of Maui. So after we got our car, we headed to the restaurant and we had a meal, and afterwards we headed to our lodging. Yes, Maui at night is just beautiful. The scenery is beautiful at night. We took the rest of the night to just rest and get ourselves all that we did not have and we needed around in the grocery store, and we rested for the next day. So day one, guys, it was really beautiful. We woke up to this beautiful rainbow welcoming us, and we spent the first few hours just relaxing and taking in all the beauty. And I got a queen treatment from my husband, breakfast in the corridor, guys. As you can see, we just spent the rest of the day chilling and taking pictures and just laughing about the good old days, right? So after which we headed to the beach. Guys, you cannot come to Maui and not go to the beach. Like, there are beaches everywhere. Maui has one of the finest beaches in the world, and you just definitely have to experience this. As you can see, I'm just feeling myself while we were heading to the beach. And we literally spent the whole day at the beach. As you can see, we're just chilling. My husband was swimming and snorkeling and doing all sorts. I was just at the safe end because where I'm from, we do not go well with water. So you can see me just taking all the pictures and videos from the safe end of the shore. So we did spend the whole day at the beach, chilling and doing all fun things. Day 2 was also very beautiful. That was the day that we did the famous road to Hana. Guys, hey, it's not everything that you see on social media that you will do, because this was a big lesson, guys. Because road to Hana came very recommended. Everybody was saying road to Hana. It's not easy. And this leads me to my third trip. If you ever even think about doing a road to Hana, please make sure to have a tour guide, an app. There are lots of them. Look for one that sits well with you and gets, because you can't do it on your own, especially if you're not a native. This really goes wild. So as you can see on our road to Hana, they had beautiful views for sure, but the whole road to Hana was very, very scary. Yes, it was adventurous, but the road went from the two wheel lanes to this one single lane and to half. There were roads where you would literally have to wait for the car ahead or in front of you to pass before you pass. Like, it got so narrow and tiny that almost two cars cannot pass. At some point I was like, what am I doing here? Why did I carry my two left legs? Like, if anything happened to me here now, no help will come. 911 cannot send ambulance. That was how deep in the woods and deep in the nature's beauty it was, guys. You can see this car waiting for us to pass before it could pass. Yes, that was, and the road got narrower. Don't even think this was the narrowest. So we made a stop at this beautiful farm, and we filled up because we were hungry at that point. So road to Hana is supposed to be a 64-mile trip from where we were, but because of how rough and narrow the roads are, it takes a lot of time. So it's a whole day trip. So make sure to bring refreshments, guys. That's tip number 4. Bring refreshments. We had this beautiful bowl of organic, fresh from the garden fruits, and we hit it off on the way, and we stopped at another beautiful beach. This was one of my favorites because it did remind me of home. It had this fruit that I grew up eating. So there's this tree produces fruits called fruit, which is funny. Yes, so I ended up getting one of it. As you can see, the views are beautiful. As you can see me posing with the fruits. I enjoyed it afterwards, of course. Then we headed off to the next stop or checkpoint, can you imagine, to the next stop. There's another very beautiful view to the sea. We had to walk down the beach. You can see my husband, my man, and my son just heading towards to see this beautiful view. After which we headed off. You can see we're almost in the Hana. Guys, the funny thing is the actual Hana is beautiful. It's small. So it's actually the road to the Hana that is the broad thing. This is an example of it's about the journey, not the destination. So definitely look into it. Is something that you're off for if you're the adventurous kind. And another tip is to please leave early. I mean early, like 5 a.m. you're already on the way, because it takes the whole day, guys. It literally does take the whole day. We were back in our hotel by 9 and it got dark, it got scarier. But thank God for my husband, that's a very good driver, so I was relaxed and confident. Day 3, guys, one of my favorite days because it was fully packed. We started it off with Maui Ocean Center, where we saw a lot of beautiful creations. Guys, God they create though. Like God they create. A lot of beautiful sea creatures, different kinds and species of fishes, just beautiful, in their domain, in their homes. So all kinds of different ones. We even saw shark. Me, I was like, oh, if something happened here now, what will I say that I'm doing here? What brought me here? After which we headed to a small art collection that they had, where they displayed their beautiful history, and it was beautiful to get to know the people of the culture like that. You can see the display of the 5 island in Hawaii. After which we headed to this beautiful restaurant with this amazing view to have our lunch and just refresh. So this really nice mimosa and all. It was beautiful. Then we headed to the horseback. So this is the place where whales come to mate. So if it's something that you're really interested in, you have to check. The mating season is from December to May. So we didn't see the actual ways because we came during the off season, but this is exactly where it's done. It's a beautiful sight to behold, apparently. And afterwards we headed back to our hotel to chill, but definitely come during the seasons to see them. So guys, I saw one of the most beautiful sunsets. I had to share. Thank you. Don't thank me. I like to give back to society. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. So this was one of my favorite sunsets that I saw in Maui on my way to the Lua. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Guys, you cannot come to Hawaii as a whole and not see a lua. It is against the law. It is a crime. It's just like coming to Enugu without eating about. Which kind Enugu did you come to? So definitely check out a lua. So a lua is literally a celebration of food and culture, arts, beauty, music. You can see my son having his fill. It's food. The Hawaiian people have this rich culture. They display music and dance and all of it. It was really one of the most memorable things that we did. This lua cost about $500 for the 3 of us, my husband, myself, and my son. So definitely make sure you book ahead of time. We almost did not go for a lua, guys. It was just last minute opening after calling. So definitely look towards going for a lua while you're in Maui or Hawaii as a whole, and book ahead of time so you don't hear stories, because it is not a complete Hawaii if you don't attend a luau. We're almost cajoled into a one-man luau though, where one man will be playing with fire like this. So look for a good one and make sure to attend. So day 4, we're already packing up. We decided not to do much, guys. You cannot kill yourself in one visit because you can't go to the whole of Maui in one visit. So we decided to take out this day and just relax and chill. So we headed back down to the beach. We love it over in the beaches. So we relaxed and spent the whole day just swimming. Not me now, of course, and just watching the sunset. And you can see me being all baby girl, showing myself all cute and just snorkeling. And after which we headed back to San Francisco, jamming, money won't want me. And that was how my visit to Maui Hawaii was. So thank you and God bless you.